Hi there, Dr. Bodner with the Bedford Chiropractic Clinic. Taking Wilson for another walk again today, and just wanted to talk a little further about injury mechanics and how we get injuries. So we talked last time about the idea of how tissue overload causes an injury. Basically, a tissue is able to withstand a certain amount of stress or strain. So let's say your back could manage lifting 50 pounds. But if you lift 60 pounds, that's over the capacity and you're going to end up straining something. So that's pretty simple and straightforward. We get two solutions to that. Either we can lower the amount of activity so that we're only lifting, say, 30 or 40 pounds, which is safer, it's not above that tissue capacity, or we could work through a process of trying to build strength, trying to build capacity by lifting, let's say, 45 pounds repeatedly, and then 50 pounds, and then 55 pounds, and gradually building the strength up so the tissue is more and more capable of doing more activity. That's the preferred one. Now, the other side of it, what we often run into is people will then have an injury. They'll start to avoid activities that might re-injure it. So maybe doing some gardening caused a problem. So then what they'll do is they'll stop gardening, or they'll stop golfing, or they'll stop doing certain things that they're worried is going to cause an injury. The problem we run into is as you remove those activities, you effectively remove the demands. So where you may have been able to, say, lift 50 pounds before, because you're avoiding that lifting 50 pounds, you're only lifting 30 just to be safe, that's not enough stress or strain to challenge the tissue. And the tissue actually starts to get weaker. So then you can only lift 35 or 40 pounds. Then when you go back to do something like lifting 50 pounds, you cause an injury. So effectively what we need to do is flirt a little bit with the potential injury. You need to lift 45 pounds or 40 pounds with some regularity, obviously under some controlled circumstances, but the idea is to challenge the tissue a little bit, make it work, because that's what helps bring the strength around. You don't want to be too cautious and end up making yourself weaker because you're not challenging it, but you also need to be careful not to push yourself too hard and cause an injury because you just overload the tissue. It's finding that balancing act that's tricky. But what you can do is just gradually approach it and try and figure out where the right level is so you can use it. Anyways, I hope that helps give you some direction in terms of keeping yourself strong. We can certainly walk you through some exercises in the clinic if you need some help. And enjoy yourself, and we'll enjoy your walk. Thanks. Bye.